his demons due to the man in the skit are child's play in comparison to the things that he did in my life. See, I've been in too many car accidents, motorcycle accidents at well over 100 miles an hour. I've fallen 3.5 stories and broken 18 bones, to a point where doctors told me I'd be lucky if I could ever walk again with a cane for the rest of my life. And you know, through all that, the enemy brought me to a point of utter hopelessness and despair. Through all that, I became the most hopeless drug addict anybody ever knew. None of my family trusted me. Nobody wanted to have anything to do with me. He brought me to a point where, see, I didn't intentionally want to commit suicide, but you know, he just brought me to a point of such hopelessness that I just didn't care whether I lived or died. I would intentionally push the limits, getting closer and closer to death, hoping that maybe this will be the time I won't wake up. I don't have to do this anymore. So much so, 1.5 years ago, I overdosed on heroin. I was unconscious for 12 to 15 hours before anybody found me. When they found me, by the time the paramedics got to me, it took a shot of adrenaline straight to my heart, just to give me a chance to make it to the hospital and give me a chance to see if I could make it. When I was at the hospital, every doctor, nurse, and surgeon that came and saw me began preparing my family for the worst. All my family was told, we can't do anything for him. There's no hope. He was gone for too long. We can't bring him back. You need to make funeral arrangements for your son because he's going to die. That went on for 3 days. During those 3 days, they were doing brain scans on me, and every brain scan that they did came back as permanent brain damage. Even if the smallest, slightest chance that something miraculously happened and I did come back, I'd be a vegetable for the rest of my life. I'd be brain dead for the rest of my life. I'd require 24/7 care. And you know, just as the enemy is bringing me to a point of destruction, he's been trying to kill me my whole life. God was allowing all that to happen in my life because he knew where he was bringing me. He was bringing me to a point of utter brokenness. And after the 3 days of being in the hospital, told I had no hope, told I was going to be brain dead for the rest of my life, you know, God did bring me back. God worked a miracle in my life. He brought me back, left all the doctors speechless, completely healed my brain.
Woo!
And you know what? He made a way for me to enter a program called Teen Challenge. And when I came into Teen Challenge, see, I still didn't want to come into Teen Challenge. I fought kicking and screaming the whole way because I was so stubborn, so prideful and arrogant. I was so still determined that I was going to fix my problem. But by the time I got into Teen Challenge, I was so broken beyond repair that I'm looking back on my life and I'm realizing that all these times where I should have died and I didn't, I should have been crippled and I wasn't. I should have been brain dead and I wasn't. It was God's love that was overpowering the evil in my life. It was God intervening at the time. You know, he began to show me, he began speaking to my heart, and I realized the way I'm doing these things is not working. I'm fighting against the very one that's been saving my life every time. And I came to a point where I just said, Jesus, if you will take all this stuff away from me, I will no longer do things my way. I will do things your way. If you can fix all this for me, I'll give it all to you. I don't want it anymore. I can't do nothing with it. I'll serve you to the day that I die. Since I've done that, I've realized that everything I searched for fulfillment in the things of the world, the drugs, the sex, the money, all of that, not a drop of that can compare to the joy and the fulfillment that I've attained through Jesus Christ. See, he showed me that by allowing him to come into your life, by cultivating a personal relationship with Jesus and allowing that personal relationship relationship with Jesus to become the focal point of which everything else in your life, everything else in the world that you live in, interacts with that relationship, there's no better existence. I've tried everything else. There's nothing in this world I haven't tried to fulfill myself. And none of it's worked. None of it's worked. Jesus is the answer to every problem that you have. And you know, there's a lot of people in here, I believe, have experienced a lot of hurt in their lives. Some of you guys have experienced things that nobody else knows about, that only you know about. And you know, you see, that's what the enemy tries to do in your life. There's a verse in John 10:10 says, the enemy comes to steal, kill, and destroy. But see, there's a second part of that verse that Jesus says that I have come that you may have life, and life more abundantly. And so I would challenge you guys today, whatever you're dealing with, whatever you're struggling with, the thing that nobody else knows about, that only you and the Lord know about, bring it to Jesus and give it to Him and receive the healing today. And live in the existence He created you to live in. Thank you.